Hey guys, in today's video we're going to talk about Yamoshi, the first goddess of Saiyans. Yamoshi will return but in a different form to help Goku and his friends save the Earth from a terrible enemy. But for Goku to find new information about Yamoshi, we will need Shenron's help again, and you will see this amazing story now. So get one bucket of popcorn and your soda and come with me. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Well, without further ado, let's get started. In the 7th universe. Currently in the 7th universe, more precisely on planet Earth, it was possible to see Son Goku, Vegeta, Granola, Whis, and Beerus gathered in the backyard of the Capsule Corporation. Everyone was waiting for Bulma, who had entered the Capsule Corporation to get the Dragon Balls that were with her. Bulma believed that even if Shenron couldn't stop Frieza, who was much more powerful than before, the dragon should at least know how to defeat Emperor Frieza or help Goku and his friends eliminate the threat that was Black Frieza. Goku said, "Will Shenron be useful this time? Not that he's useless. After all, if it weren't for Shenron, many of us wouldn't be alive today. And I'm one of them. After all, I've died a few times, and without Shenron's help, I would be dead, and Vegeta would have destroyed or conquered the planet. And later, he would have been killed by Frieza. At that time, Vegeta and I faced Frieza on planet Namek. In short, everyone we love would be dead, and the 7th universe would have been destroyed. If I hadn't given the idea of the Tournament of Power of our universe, it would have already been destroyed, because we don't have the ideal mortal level. So, kind of indirectly, Shenron saved the 7th universe," said the Saiyan thoughtfully as he looked at everyone around him, and saw that everyone was agreeing with him, except Granola, who didn't know even half of the things that the Saiyan and the Z fighters had faced over the years. Vegeta said, "You talk that way, it makes you look like an intelligent Saiyan, Kakarot. You don't even look like the Saiyan who already has children, but doesn't even know what a kiss is," said the Prince of the Saiyans while looking at his rival, who ended up closing face after hearing what Vegeta said. Apparently, Vegeta liked to call Goku dumb or brainless, and most of the time, Goku simply ignored his comments. Beerus said, "One thing is for sure, Shenron does not have powers to change anything, much less affect Frieza in any way. But Shenron may have important information to help us defeat Frieza in some way," said the God of Destruction while looking at the Saiyans, who agreed with Beerus. After all, Shenron had not been so useful since the time the Saiyans met Beerus, who a few years ago had come to the planet to find the Super Saiyan God. Granola said, "Who exactly is this Shenron guy you talked about?" asked Truffle, while looking at the Saiyans. Granola didn't know who Shenron was until the moment, since nobody had explained anything to Granola. Whis said, "Shenron is the dragon god of desires, just like Torambo, who is the dragon god you met and made a wish to become more powerful. But unlike Torambo, Shenron has larger spears, and there's 7 spears in total. But if we are going to classify the two, I would say that Torambo is stronger than Shenron," spoke the angel, finally explaining to Granola who Shenron was and the fact that the dragon god that Granola had invoked before was stronger than Shenron, because Shenron would not be able to leave the Granola as powerful as it was. Granola thought, "So you've had a wishing dragon this whole time? If you had a dragon god or wishes all the time, why didn't you ask to become stronger in the past? Then you wouldn't have died so many times, and you could have eliminated Frieza's bug decades ago." Tuffle was thought while looking at the Saiyans with a bored face. After all, if the Saiyans had the power of the dragon god who could grant wishes for them, why didn't the Saiyans use the power before to become more powerful and eliminate Frieza when he was still weak? Goku said, "Hey, Mr. Beerus, you're stronger than Frieza in his new transformation. He called Black Frieza. So couldn't you just go after him and erase Frieza using his power of destruction?" asked the Saiyan while looking at the god of destruction of his universe, who could eliminate Frieza quickly if he wanted to. Beerus said, "I can, but I'm not going to do that," said the god of destruction with a certain disdain to Goku's request, and that surprised everyone. Vegeta said, "And why don't you do it, Beerus? You know very well that Frieza is not only dangerous for us, but for you too. I'm sure one of his goals is to eliminate you and become the new god of destruction. So why don't you eliminate the one who wants to take your position of god of destruction?" asked the Prince of Saiyans to the god of destruction of his universe, who faced him seriously before answering his question. Beerus said, "The reason is simple. This is the fault and responsibility of you two idiot Saiyans. You two always knew that the moment Frieza was revived, he would act up, just like he did several times in the past. And Frieza admitted this when the Tournament of Power ended. So the responsibility to go after him and eliminate that vermin is on you two, and yet you left Frieza aside, and in that time he became stronger. I don't know if you did it to have a more intense and exciting fight against Frieza, Or if you did it because you were stupid and forgot that damn Frieza's obsessed with defeating you two, and in that, the most humiliating way possible. I will not interfere on that subject. But in case Frieza becomes a bigger threat, I myself will eliminate that worm. And I will also eliminate you two for your great incompetence," said the God of Destruction in an irritated tone. After all, that could have been avoided if Goku and Vegeta had finished off Frieza after the Tournament of Power. Goku said, "But it was you yourself who told Whis to revive Frieza," said the Saiyan with one of his eyebrows raised while facing Beerus, who ended up blushing because of shame. After all, he was also to blame for Frieza being more powerful. Beerus said, "I am a God of Destruction who honors his agreements, and Goku had said that he would revive Frieza, so it wasn't my fault because I just fulfilled my part of the agreement," said the God of Destruction, trying to act as if nothing that had happened was his fault, and that made everyone present sigh at the thought. After the small conversation that was friendly, but became a little heavier among the group, everyone could see that Bulma was arriving at the place, and with her was Goten and Trunks, who were holding the 7 Dragon Balls with them. Bulma said, "Sorry for the delay, I had forgotten where the Dragon Balls were, and now we're here, let's invoke Shenron soon, because the more the time passes, the more Frieza becomes stronger, and with that he plans a way to destroy us all," said the human while looking at the group that was present in the place, and behind her were Goten and Trunks, who placed the spears side by side on the table. Bulma said, "Shenron, come and fulfill my wish, please." Bulma spoke while looking at the Dragon Balls that began to glow, and suddenly a light rose to the heavens, making time, before becoming closed, and soon the light took the form of a large thin dragon in the Oriental style with green scales and red eyes. Shenron said, "You summoned me? Do you need me to bring someone from the dead back to life? After all, apparently that's all I'm good for you currently," said the god, approaching the present beings, and some of them felt that Shenron had a certain grudge for the fact that they called the dragon god useless in their last meeting. Bulma said, "Don't hold a grudge against us, Shenron. If you want to hold a grudge against someone, hold it against Beerus, because he was the one who called you unless the last time we saw each other," said the human while looking at the dragon god of desires, and then looking at Beerus, who just rolled his eyes and looked away. Shenron spoke, "Anyway, say what you want. What can this humble dragon god of wishes do for you on this beautiful sunny day?" said the dragon god of desires in a tone of sarcasm. After all, with his arrival, the sky was completely closed and dark. Goku said, "Shenron, Frieza, who is one of our main enemies over the years, he ended up becoming stronger, and even me and Vegeta with the help of Granola were not able to face him. We were all using our full power, and yet we were humiliated by Frieza. So we want to know if you know a way to defeat Frieza, or if there's a way to become so powerful that we can face and defeat Frieza. Can you help us do one of these things?" asked the Saiyan, looking at the dragon, who thought for a few minutes before giving an answer to Goku's question. Shenron said, "I don't know how to defeat Frieza in the state he is in, and much less how to make you more powerful. But I know someone who can help you. If I remember correctly, there are 2 people who could make you more powerful. One of them is a descendant of Suforigin, who has isolated himself from everyone, but knows a way to push the powers of a member of his race to the limit, and still managed to break that limit. And the other person is the one that day you wanted me to bring here to face Beerus-sama. And that person is the one who was the first Saiyan to become a deity," said the dragon god, surprising the 2 Saiyans who were on site. Vegeta said, "Yamoshi," said the Prince of Saiyans incredulously with the information he had just received. With this, we will end today's video. If you want to see the continuation of this incredible story, leave a lot of likes in the video and comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you another day, guys.